Looking back in the past 35 years of my life, I realized that I was focused on success at work, and that left me very little quality time for serving God. The result was that, guess what? I made more money, but I didn't do ministry the way I knew I should be doing it, thinking that, oh, well, I'm young, I have more time. So 30s turns to 40s, 40s turns to 50s, and now I'm in my late 50s. Finally, I'm trying to flip it in the right direction, spending quality time doing God's work. The process of identifying which ministry my wife and I should select was very important to us, and we put a lot of thought into it. So when we discovered that over 600 refugees come to our city every year, we felt compelled to participate.
So we have a family for you. They are from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and it's a family of 7, and they're all girls.
Wow.
So the DRC, it's been civil wars within the country, and that's why they've had to flee. The family arrives this Thursday night. Everything's gonna be new to them, and they're really gonna need a little bit of stability, and we all offer that. We've got an apartment, and we need to set it up. Would y'all be interested in being involved in that process?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I'm wired, it's important to me to not be involved in huge events that are Billy Graham-ish. I'm not made for the spotlight. I'm prone to pride, and that's what I have to fight. So put me in a spot that doesn't foster that, and that's where the Lord is putting us. When I read Scripture, I see that it is incumbent upon all Christians to love God and to love others. Jumbo. Someone who shows up and didn't think he would ever get there, and he came here by the skin of his teeth, and he knows not what the future holds. That to me is a ripe situation to love others, and I want to be part of it. You want to see it? You want to go see? One bedroom here. And their bedroom is here. So mom and dad, you sleep here, and then someone else sleep here.
I think the little one.
The little one, yeah. Love is not all that complicated. It's actually quite simple. It sort of looks like making yourself very helpful to the people in your life. Some people need a soft word. Some people need a couch. Some people need a friend. Tell them that I'm sure they've had a long trip, but they're home, and we're glad that they're home.
Sana na tunatulia hivi tunasikia kama tuko pamoja na watu. They're happy to know that they have people who really care about them and people want to help them.
Yeah.
Got some banana bread.
They think that they're gonna keep seeing you in their lives. They wanna see you again.
Tell her yes.
Kado yabo ni mkate.
When you're my age, you realize the weight of idolatry and realizing that other things have been more important and have taken the place of God. But at the same time, what I am encouraged about is the direction of my life. I will befriend this family. I will become aware of needs. I will pray for this family. Where that will lead, I'm not sure. Everybody's aiming at something. It's incumbent upon us to know what is that and what should it be. My aim in life is what God wants, what brings Him pleasure, what is His desire.
For more than 20 years, Burma, my homeland, has been in a civil war. Most of the men are forced into either slave labor or the army. So 17 years ago, my family and I fled Burma along with 2 million other people and came to Thailand. The Thai government allows us to live here, but we are not considered citizens. My name is Pichui. I'm 30 years old. My wife's name is Jane, and my son's name is Big. When I first became a Christian, my parents were very upset because they are Buddhists. They sent me a letter asking me to quit being a Christian. They felt I disrespected them and betrayed the family. This made me very sad. But I know that God is with me and looks over me. Because I know God, I'm happy. I'm at peace. Since we are not Thai citizens, it is sometimes difficult trying to find work. But God has a plan for us and has provided a job doing constructions on a new housing development. In the beginning, I didn't know much how to do the job. So I pray and I ask God to give me the ability. My co-workers all know that I'm a Christian. Some of them make fun of me, mock me, calling me Jesus because I'm not Buddhist anymore. It doesn't matter what they call me, I just do my job. I'm honest and work as hard as I can. And I know the boss will see the quality of my work. I see my job as a chance to serve God, not myself. Because we are not citizens, we are unable to stay in the same place for very long. Today, we are told we had to move out of our home. We have been given 24 hours to pack up all our things and then tear down our shelters. This happens often. We are forced to move so a new housing development can be built. We have gotten used to moving, but it is still very hard. We just accept it. It's the only way to survive. I like in the Bible where it says to trust and to obey God, and He will take care of and protect you, and He will give you new life. I like that. And whatever happens, I don't worry, because I know that God is with us and we are with Him. Hopefully one day we will return home. But whether we are in Thailand or Burma, we know we are citizens of heaven. We are citizens of God's kingdom.
If you read in the Bible the story of Joseph and David, you will find me there. My story is their story. My name is John Mark. I'm 17 years old. This is the village where I grew up, in Haiti. Most of the people here are poor. There aren't many opportunities for the uneducated. My mom was very gentle and generous. Her dream was for me to get an education, to not have the same life that she had. But going to school costs money. She would go around with guys, doing bad things with them to get money, so I can eat. One day, she stole something from someone. The people tied her to a post and beat her. I cried for them to stop, but they just laugh at me. All of these things happening because of me, so that I might have a better life. A few months later, my mom got very sick, and on Christmas Eve in 2006, she died in a hospital. I didn't even find out until 6 days later. After her death, I was alone. I was 10 years old. I was so hungry, and I was like, Lord, I know you fed 5,000 people. I am only one person. Why can't I get fed? And then God provided. I've been at Mission of Hope for 8 years now. When I first woke up here, I thought I was dreaming. You were sleeping in the mud. Now you get bed, you have shower, food. I couldn't believe it. Totally couldn't believe it. Now you and the family. I never thought I would have an education, but God is giving me one here. It's paid for by people I don't know. They sponsor me to go to school. I like math and physics the best. If I wasn't in school, I would not have a future. I'm learning so much that I want to share with others too. So I tutor. So Gabde, kunya liga la 67 urako, 67 gamdaso, babe. If somebody comes to me and tells me he's hopeless, I will understand because I've been through it. If I don't take what God has given me and use it to help others, who will? If my mom were here, I think she would cry and be proud to know that all her dreams are coming true for me. I like the story in the Bible of Joseph and David. Both of these men had great difficulties, just like I did, but God was with them always. Maybe the bad things in your life happen so that you can become strong. It is from the struggles that we grow.
Welcome back to the most news in the morning. It's now 40 minutes past the hour. Ground zero of the disaster is in the Caribbean, but its impact certainly being felt across the world. Aaron and Jamie Ivey adopted 4-year-old Amos. They were actually in the process of trying to get him out of the country when the earthquake struck. Now, what they know is that Amos is safe, which is the good news. When they'll be able to actually get him to the States is another story.
For 2.5 years, we worked hard to get our adopted son out of Haiti. Tonight we got the call we've been waiting for so long. Our son is finally coming home. I was calling to see if there are any available flights from Houston Intercontinental tonight to get me in the direction of going to Florida. It was the first time in 2.5 years that it actually felt like it could happen. Because we've had several false alarms over the years where it's like, you know, maybe they're gonna come home next month, or maybe they'll come home 6 months from now. We just believed that God was saying, this is your son, pursue him. We were so longing for our family to be together finally, so emotions were just inexplainable. We got to the airport, and there's probably 35 or 40 other parents that were in the same boat as us.
What's up, bros?
U.S. Customs had to do very specific background checks, and we just started this long night of waiting that we didn't see coming. I remember looking at my phone at one point, and it was 3 in the morning. The crazy thing was, for so long, it had been this giant ocean that was separating us from our kid. And then we're in the airport, and it's just a wall. It's a physical wall. We're literally feet away from our kid with nothing but a door between us. It was one of the most frustrating parts of our whole journey. Finally, I went to sleep. I think the sleep for me was almost just this outward expression of this trust that I was having to deal with in my own heart of just, God, I trust you with this. I trust you with my son, because there's nothing that I could do, nothing. And then woke up, and there was some movement going on.
Come on back and talk to me real quick.
Finally, a U.S. Customs guy came out and called us back to see Amos. Picked him up and just held him so tight. It was an emotional moment to be not just hugging my son because I'd done that before, but to know that he was finally home. Nobody else was keeping me from him. Nobody else was saying you can't have him yet, but he's here. This is over, this is complete. For like an hour, we just hugged and held and just whispered in his ear, Mama and Papa are here, we love you, we're never leaving you. You're here with us forever. You wanna go home? Go home with Mama and Papa? Forever? Huh? He had come from such a hard place. He's 4, and he has been through 4 really difficult years, and wanted him to experience this sort of newness, because I wanted that door to close on being abandoned, being an orphan, and now he's adopted, he's in a family. As a father, I know that I've been adopted into God's family. I was once an orphan with no hope, with no purpose, no aim. But God in his kindness saw me and adopted me into his family. Changed my past, changed my future, changed everything about me. We've been adopted. I want to reciprocate that in the way I live my life. When the earthquake hit, we didn't know if we would ever get our son home. Now Amos has brothers and a sister. He's a part of the Ivy family, and he's finally home.